Squad, is your boy E, back at it again with another dope legendary video. We have this beautiful 2017 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT. If you're one of the people who own a car like this or thinking about buying one and you wanted to know what to expect when you own a AMG GT, well, this video is for you because we're about to cover how many horse and torque power and how much it costs to actually drive this car on a daily basis and how practical this car is. Because mind you, when you're driving a sport car, the first thing you need to know is how much gas you have to put every week driving a car like this. And we're gonna talk about all the torque and features, the safety features that this car comes with if you wanna make this AMG GT your everyday driving, which I don't think this would be a good idea for a $100,000 car. But actually, at auto show, you will actually find this car for only $76,000 or $74,000. I will display the right number in the screen. So if you're actually looking for a GT like this, come to auto show, which I will actually leave their link in the description box below where you can actually check this specific car out. So with that being said, you guys, let's dive right into this video. Now we are actually in the front of the AMG GT. The first thing that we can actually notice is we have a very long front end. So I call this car as a little nickname, Big Nose. So now the other thing that I actually have in the front that I actually admire, that kind of add the little stylish, the sharp look onto the AMG, is the Mercedes-Benz logo that's in the front. It's bigger than you usually see the AMG in any other car. And we have some nice black grille in the front with the AMG badge in the front grille. That actually comes with front sensors also. And as you can see, we have a little bumper that's facing downward to give you that ground force, because we do know that this car can provide a lot of horse and torque power. And also, if we look on the side right here, we have some beautiful LED headlights, which actually shines so beautiful at night. And I think this car is a very sexy car. And my other favorite one is the SL500. I think the SL500 again come with a very long nose. Now guys, we are actually on the side. As far as tire sizes, we have two different rim size in this car. In the front, we have a 19-inch rim that comes with a 265, 35, 19. And for the back tires, we have 295, 30, 20. That comes with some massive rotors. We have the gray brakes caliber. All right, guys, let me take you to the back real quick so we can check to see how much trunk space do we have before we dive on the interior. As you can see, you guys, in the key, we have the AMG logo right here, right? As you can see. All right, let's pop the trunk real quick. Okay, the trunk opens once you press this button here. So you have to pick it up yourself. So as we can notice here, we do not have a lot of trunk space. But if you ever have a little luggage, a little bag where you put your laptop or whatever computer you're using, this should be enough trunk space, enough for you to actually bring whatever you have with you to work. So now, in order for you to close the trunk, you don't have a little button here to close the trunk, which is, I think, for a $100,000 car, I should be able to press a little button here to close my trunk. But nevertheless, they put a little handle here where you can bring it down to close your trunk, which is awesome. And back here, you have back sensors and some massive pipe. One of the things that I do not like about, well, that I would very appreciate, not because I do not like it, but I would very appreciate if they have that option where you have remote start, like remote start with the key. So I would very like that, so that way I could actually show you guys how does this car sound like. So with that being said, since we in the back, hold on for a second. I'm gonna put this camera down and I will go on the inside and I'll start the car for you so that we can hear exactly how this engine sounds. Don't be surprised, this car can be very loud. Man, well, I had told you this car can be very loud. I'm not sure if it's loud enough for you, but this is loud. Actually, well, now we're gonna dive on the inside. That way I can actually show you how the inside look and what type of seat, transmission, engine type that you're actually dealing with. Come on, let's go. All right, now we're going inside, you guys. So now, one thing that I've noticed is, so as we going in, we have the AMG badge. Before you go in, there's a little aluminum plate with the AMG logo in there. As far as the door, there's really nothing interesting. You only have the door handle and a little tool switch for the windows and the mirror folder where you can actually fold your mirror. If you press this button here, you actually fold the mirrors. As you can see, they're closing right now. If you press it again, they open up. So if you're parking at a very tight spot, you don't want nobody to mess with your actually expensive mirror, you just press this button and they'll actually fold up. So now this button here is for you to unlock and lock your door. And as you can see right here, we have the sport seats with the AMG badge again. And to the seat, AMG will let you know this car is AMG. So now once we're sitting here, this seat actually is very, very, very comfortable. So better than I thought I actually would. So now, what are the things that I really want to talk about while we're on the inside? Now, a lot of you might be wondering what type of engine that we have in this car. Now, we have a 4.0 liter engine V8 that can actually provide you about 456 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. And we have 443 pound-feet of torque at 1,600 RPM. So this is a pretty fast car. So now, and you might be wondering right now, what type of transmission do we have? Well, we have a 7-speed automatic dual clutch transmission. So this car is actually pretty fast and the pickup is amazing. So now you might be wondering, what do we have on the inside that might be very interesting to us as far as technology and so on and so forth. So now let's crank this car real quick. Oh man, this is loud. All right, so now let me close the door real quick. So as you can notice here, we have the start button on the side right here. Is it convertible, or why this car have a sunroof? Well, this car comes with a sunroof. So right here. So now you might be wondering, can I open my sunroof, or are you just gonna only have the option to close your shade? Unfortunately, the sunroof doesn't open. Let's go a little further. So right here, you have the button here where you go to different options. So you have the individual option, the driving mode. This button here is for your driving mode. This here, when you put it on the I stand for individual mode, and when you put it on the C is for comfort, and then when you go again, the S for the sport, and you have the sport plus. So now every time you switch this car, or every time you switch the mode on the screen, we display exactly what type of mode you currently on right now. So as you can see here, I'm on comfort, I'm in individual now, and so on and so forth. And once you click that, and it actually set up any preset the way the transmission and then the steering wheel or the chassis will be. So you actually preset all of that for you. Don't have to do it manually, just like the Dodge give you a few options. So now when you press this button here, so when you press this little M button here, that stands for manual. So now if you want to shift with your paddle shifter, you press this button here, you put it on manual mode, and you're using your paddle shifter to actually drive. So and again, if you are not the type of person that knows how to use a paddle shift, I would advise you just use this button here, put it on plus mode, and you would actually get the job done just as if you were to put it on sport mode, on manual mode, and to use your paddle shifter to actually shift. And you also have the auto start in this car. If you press this button here, you already know what the auto start is for. Let's say if you get under a red light, you press the brake, the car will shut off by itself. When you put your feet on the gas again, it would actually turn on by itself. And this is for the actually radio volume, where to turn it on and off. And down here, this is your mouse for you to browse through a different option, or you can use this little knob right here. As you can see, every time I'm turning, you can hear that little clicking sound, and you switch into different mode, and you could just press this and you're good. So now, since we are in navigation actually fall under the convenience. So this car has a lot of things that are very interesting. You have, if you're turning and there's a car next to you, is that little triangle light that's lit right here. You will see that there's a little question mark that will be in between of it, and it will actually beep you, let you know that you have a car coming next to you at a faster speed than you actually going. Besides this, you guys, the AMG is a very interesting car to be in, and if you go and drive it, you won't actually regret actually owning an AMG. But the one thing is, as far as the space, you do not have a lot of space. But let's check the engine real quick. Man, don't forget, you guys, you have 200 on the dashboard, man. You see 200 when you jump into the SRT, Hellcat, Red Eye, or the Demon. As a matter of fact, the Demon has 200, but the Red Eye had 220, if I'm not mistaken. But man, I just don't like the fact that I don't have no perfect lighting in here, man. It's just horrible. The light is horrible in here, you know what I mean? But anyway, you guys, this is going to be an end to this video. And a lot of you might be wondering, what else do we have on the inside as far as technology? You have Bluetooth in here where you can connect your phone to the Bluetooth. And as far as convenient, you have the keyless entry option, and you have the navigation system. You have the backup camera. And as far as for the features, you have lane departure assistant, which is amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, there's another one that we have here. We have the blind spot mirror. So if you don't see something that's next to you, the mirror would actually spot the car that's actually next to you that you can actually see yourself. And I think I like those features in the car. For a sport car that comes with all those features. As far as safety, this is amazing. And what else I didn't actually cover. So this car is a pretty good car, man. And like I said again, the tag price, the MSRP, the market value for this car was actually $100,000, but here at Auto Show you can get this for about like $76,000. So now don't hesitate, man, come check them out, because I'm going to leave the link, their website, in the description box below. And you can ask me any question you have. And with that being said, you guys, I'm going to put an end to this video, and I'll catch you back at another time.